One of the most popular New Year's resolutions every year is to lose weight. So if you're recently started a diet, or maybe you might be looking for a new one, we've got some information for you.
U.S. News & World Report is out with their best diet rankings for 2018. The report looks at the best overall well-balanced eating plans that work with real lifestyles, which is key. Now, these diets are shown to be effective compared to popular fad diets that I partake in every couple of months.
Me too.
Here to talk about this is Dietitian Keri Glassman. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to both of you.
Good to see you. So, Keri, first place in the best overall diet was a tie between the DASH diet and the perennial favorite, the Mediterranean diet. Let's just go over both of those.
Okay, so the DASH diet really reflects the dietary guidelines for Americans. So it's a lot of what we've known for a long time. Lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean meat, low fat and non-fat dairy. So they really emphasize, again, things that Americans have been told for a very long time, which on the one hand is good in the sense that it's practical. There's nothing extreme about it. But on the other hand, the one thing that can make it a little difficult for people is sometimes people think, okay, eat healthy. Like they don't, it's a little bit,
what are the
and
rules?
Then you go to look it up and there's these big long guidelines about it. So people sometimes want a little more structure, but the overall gist of it is a healthy plan. And one thing to note about it also is it was originally created to help lower blood pressure. So it focuses on nutrients like calcium and potassium and fiber that are known to help reduce your blood pressure.
So if you want a more rigid plan, a commercial diet program might be the one for you, and Weight Watchers is topping your list.
Yeah, so Waitlist is on the top of the U.S. News & World Report. And you know, one thing about Weight Watchers that I think works for many people is the accountability factor.
Yeah.
People like the accountability. And also Weight Watchers has moved to their Smart Points program. And so they assign the points to foods, which people are familiar with. So if you want that structure but still want some freedom, it may be good for you. Points are assigned based on food's nutrient density. So foods obviously lower in calories, higher in nutrients are going to have less points. And then now they have their new 0 points program as well, which will offer people a little more flexibility. But we all need to be eating whole real foods and listening to our bodies.
Right. We'll see if it works for DJ Khaled. He's the new spokesperson for Weight Watchers.
I've actually done it a couple of times, and I find that it always works. Every time I feel like I've gotten over like a certain weight that I want to be, I sign back up and I use it online, like on my smart device, and it seems to work. So.
Well, that's one thing they say is that their point system is supposed to help people create a foundation for nutrition, not to count calories.
Right.
So that might be working for you.
So we've talked about the best diet. Let's talk about the worst diets. I'm sure mine is going to be on this list. What should people look for that could actually not be good for your health?
So if you are trying some new fad diet that tells you have to take all kinds of crazy pills or powders or potions and you have to do that, well, then that's not going to be right. It's probably not going to be healthy.
Right.
Also, if you're looking to try a diet that says you have to completely cut out a macronutrient like carbs, fats, or protein, that is not going to be a healthy diet.
You know I don't eat a lot of carbs.
Well, but you can go lower in carbs. And many people think, oh, I don't eat any carbs. And they're really getting about 50% of their calories from carbs because carbs are found in vegetables and
that's
dairy and fruit. So cutting out, cutting out refined.
Just going home and eating a piece of meat?
Sort of.
Well, we might need to talk. We want to get those vegetables up there. But taking out things like refined, processed, obviously, flours and breads and cookies and cakes, of course that's a good thing, and I recommend that all the time. But people often go to the extreme of cutting them out completely. That you don't want to do. So, and again, that makes sense.
Right.
Only 3 nutrients gives us calories, right? Carbs, fats, and protein. We need all 3 of them for different reasons.
And, you take something away and then you start craving, something else. And
absolutely.
The biggest challenge when it comes to diet is sticking to it.
Right.
So you don't want to sabotage yourself right from jump. Give us some tips, some advice.
Well, that's a really good point, what you just said. Many people go to an extreme and then they're setting themselves up for failure. They end up going hardcore and then not only not being able to sustain that lifestyle, they then end up gaining weight back, and not just gaining it back, but then gaining more, which then sets up yo-yo dieting, which can have many different health ramifications, not just the gaining of the weight back. It's bad for your heart. You often gain back more fat mass than the lean muscle mass you may have lost. So yo-yo dieting obviously is something we really want to avoid. So Yeah.
Is it also, I was going to say, is it also important for people to kind of view this as, take a more holistic approach? You know, we want to lose 10 pounds or whatever, so we do this crash diet, but then there's after that. How do we maintain it? Because we're really focused on this short period of time when we should be focused on our overall health. How do you keep people motivated?
How do people stay motivated over the course of it? When you look out and you see the storm and you're just like stuck inside and you feel like, I don't want to go to the gym, I just want to watch TV and eat a pizza, like how do you get over
I have two things there. One, you can't have that all or nothing attitude. So if you really are craving that pizza, so instead of having the whole pizza and saying, oh, forget it, I'm just binging today, have one slice of pizza with a big, huge green salad and feel like you've made a good choice. And then, you know what, you're still going to go have that salmon and spinach for dinner and go to the gym and drink your water. So when you learn to listen to your body and you learn to not think in the all or nothing mentality, you feel more empowered, which actually can help reduce your stress and help you stay focused and motivated. So you end up, maybe you had one meal that wasn't so healthy that week, but you had all these other meals that were super, super healthy. So get rid of that all or nothing mentality and then be realistic. Don't do something extreme like we were just talking about. Don't say you're never going to eat chocolate again if that's your absolute favorite, indulgence.
Right. I got to say one thing that has helped in the last couple of years is I drink like 2 gallons of water.
Yeah. Super helpful.
I noticed that that's had a noticeable effect on my weight.
And that actually just brought up a really other good point. Another thing I tell people to focus on, what do you do well? Take it up a notch and do it 360, even if not 365 days a year.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're a water drinker, make sure you're doing that.
All the time. You push your hair back a little bit.
Oops, sorry.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, Keri Glassman, thank you so much. It was
You're
really,
so
really
welcome.
helpful. We really always like having you here.
Thank you.